Like, you want the box for your bones? Like, yeah, it's for the chickens.
Speaking of.
That's what I said. I said Instagram at. Oh, he missed it. He missed.
And cut to this.
Okay.
Action.
We're on.
I missed. Take two.
We're not cutting it.
I wish I could like lower my chair a little bit so I'd be at perfect height.
Yeah, they're a little tall sometimes, but
Yeah,
alright.
I'll lean forward.
Just
I'll lean
slouch
forward.
into it.
It's better than the couch's posture still.
Yeah, you're right. It's a little bit better for us.
Yeah.
Not as comfortable, too.
That's all right.
Evan, you want to do the intro?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
I guess I
What
can.
episode is this?
You got it?
I have not
63.
watched 63?
I think it's
Yeah,
60.
Wow, I'm about
Are you
3
sure?
behind.
Yeah.
We did a back
All right.
That we're gonna post that one though.
Okay.
It'll get posted eventually. We just didn't
We'll make
say
sure.
it in there.
First.
I think it's 63 then.
Well,
Uh-oh.
well, let's see here.
They said they're posting it.
Yeah.
It's getting posted
It's just
next
gonna go-
weekend.
We got two after
or
this
2
one.
weekends.
Oh my gosh, what is Yeah, that's 63.
All right.
Shut up.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode number 63 of Speaking Sporadically, your favorite podcast ever.
Yeah.
Well done, Evan. Well done.
And
A lot better than Frank.
We'll shoot it right back at him. We got
Mr. Evan.
Evan back
Yes.
on. He's been on
Our
multiple times.
favorite guest.
Ever.
yeah.
Unless you
Number one
ask our other
guest.
guests.
Then they're all even.
I've gotten a lot of fan mail since my last appearance.
I bet. Looked you up on Instagram or something.
Oh, yes, a lot of DMs.
Lots of DMs.
Well, Luke has been hitting us back nonstop. Like every time he sees us, like, when am I gonna get back on? Because apparently he thinks that we told him a few times that he could be on, but then we didn't invite him, which I don't really remember that.
Me? Yes, you have.
I don't really remember that.
Wait, Devin.
You said it on the pod. You
Oh, if I say, yeah, we definitely should get Evan back on sometime. That does not mean that you are signed
next
up.
episode.
No.
That doesn't mean we want to have you on. We're just
Yeah.
trying to look nice.
What I'm saying is, I think it was episode 49. You go, oh, I just remembered I told Evan he could be on the pod today.
Bro, that was 49. That was like 3
Yes,
months ago.
I still hold it. grudge.
He's holding
I
grudges.
still hold it.
When you
3.5.
first started telling your story, you said Luke accidentally in front of
Yeah,
Evan.
you did.
And you're like, yeah, he keeps thinking he can just be on. And I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, you did say my name.
Yeah,
I was
Luke said Luke
confused.
instead of me,
I
so-
thought you might were talking about Luke R instead of me, but
So it just sounded like you were roasting the hell out of Luke.
Oh, I didn't even notice. Too many Lukes and too many Evans.
You know, he just
honestly.
says it so
Fair
much.
There's two.
they just
Two of each. Yeah.
Two
many.
twins.
Too many, I guess.
Easy.
Too many.
too many.
Happy 4th of July, by the way.
Oh,
Too
yeah.
many.
Today is July
Happy
4th.
birthday.
Happy birthday, America.
Independence Day. Whoop whoop.
Oh,
We should
yeah.
take a journey back to 1776. Well, how many years is that?
When
Oh,
Columbus
boy.
sailed the ocean blue.
Wait, no, that was 1492.
That
246.
246.
Let me do the math. 246 years
Man,
ago.
just think about 4 years. The party
that
we're gonna
doesn't
have.
sound right. It would have to be 56.
2022.
Seven-
No, it would be 40.
70. Oh, yeah, it's
Well, it's
20.
It would be
close to
46.
That's 20. Yeah, it's 26.
It'd be 46.
Good math.
Bless.
Use the phone. Technology.
Man.
We have
Technology. I love
So when
that
did
clip.
when did Washington cross the Delaware?
I was in, like-
75 because it was Christmas.
75,
It was
like-
December.
Yeah.
It was
Close
December
to it.
25th, 1775, I think.
Yeah.
Because that was when they turned it.
When they turned the tides of battle and won us and everyone living here today our independence.
Do you guys know the beginning words of the Declaration of Independence?
Oh man, I love it. I love the beginning of it too. It's from National Treasure. He says
Yep,
it's so good
yep,
there.
that is it.
He says it's really good in that movie.
Who's going to say it better?
Do you know?
We'll have a conversation.
I don't know it right off the top of my head.
I
as
don't
you
know
do.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
Who knows it?
And do you
I know
it?
it to a point. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't-
I'll go as far as I
I couldn't
can.
go as
I
far
feel
as
like
I don't
pick
think
it
I can
up.
go that
Yeah,
far.
it's like
If I hear
I
it.
only know a couple
Wait,
words.
Some of it.
Just, all right, you want to do a game where we go back and forth one word after the other and like see who cuts
You're
out
going to have to
first?
start because it's muddled in my brain a little bit.
You don't even know how it starts.
You're going to have to start it. We?
No,
that's the
no.
Constitution.
That's the Constitution.
That's-
I
No,
keep
wait,
thinking
wait,
of we the people.
I used to
No,
know
it's,
that.
it's not.
We the people, in order to form a more perfect union,
yeah.
establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare,
Look it up.
and
I'm
secure the
looking it
blessings
up.
of the
Don't look
liberty.
it up.
I'm allowed to
Well,
look
don't
it up.
show
Oh,
me.
and
Don't
then
show
my-
me.
I'm not gonna look it up.
Just give me the first word. I'm going to rip it.
When?
When in the course of human events it becomes necessary
For one people to
Yeah.
dissolve from its natural
Bonds of another.
not
No,
people.
from
bonds
the-
of it. It's like natural. It's like bonds of its original nation or controller or something
Yeah.
like
I
that.
have no clue.
Yeah, it's one in the course of human events.
Would you like me to
Yeah.
read the
I don't know
actual
if that's
one?
the beginning though,
No,
because
just-
I think that's just.
It
No,
is
there's
right here.
more
No,
text
that's-
before that.
there's-
Yeah, that's
well,
like that's part way
In
halfway
Congress, July
yeah,
4th,
preamble.
1776.
Okay,
well-
the
Uh,
unanimous
those are the-
declaration of the
those are the
13th
clerk notes?
United States
Those are
of
the
America.
clerk notes. It's
Yeah.
not
Yeah, those
the
are like-
text of the declaration.
That's
That's,
like-
not the declaration.
That's like
Are they
an
on the
MLA
document?
format. That's when you
Yeah.
have your name.
Look
and
up the
stamp.
document.
Still
and then-
important.
You can tell when the start is because
Yeah,
it has
man,
the
the
big
date's
W.
super
Exactly. Yeah, you don't.
Big
yeah,
old
yeah.
W.
That's
Yeah.
definitely the start.
Yeah,
Yeah.
look up the original
I
document.
really did not know.
I'm so lazy. I typed
The words.
Declavinda, and I know it's going to show up.
DOI.
Never mind, that's a vote.
I remember this
There we
because
The ones you like is like halfway through. It's like in the middle of two paragraphs.
What do you mean?
The lines you like.
When in the course of human events, it's the first, bro.
It's
Oh.
so
Oh,
hard
yeah,
to
I
that
guess
is.
it does.
Yeah. One in the course is the.
What,
First.
When in the
bruh?
course of human events, it becomes necessary for like when people to dissolve
the
its
course-
bonds from it, something like that.
Yes, for one people to dissolve the political bonds which have
Connected them with
Con-
another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal
Yeah.
stations to which the laws of nature and of nature's God entitle them. A decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation.
Yeah, I knew it was something like that, but
I don't know how
knew
you
the
can
full-
remember that whole
Bro,
thing.
spitting
That was-
bars.
I don't know the whole thing. I got the
That's
first
a lot of bars.
but I
For real.
remember it because
TJ out here shredding it.
I remember because I was
Thomas
traumatized
Jefferson.
I was traumatized in like 7th or 8th grade in junior high. We were in like just a U.S. history class, and he goes, "Does anyone know the first words of Declaration of Independence?" And I'm thinking "We the People" because that's a common one. No one else put their hand up. I put my hand up like, "Yo, I'm gonna be a
Uh-oh.
genius. I'm gonna be a genius."
Uh
We the people,
Oh,
because like
no.
I think that was right at the time where I like started to like understand like
Yeah.
I could almost like recite the whole beginning of the Constitution, the preamble. That's what it's called. I'm like, "We the people," and he's like, "No." And I'm like,
He shot it down like that.
No.
I don't
No.
remember
I
exactly
could hear
what
him
he
saying
said.
that.
I was traumatized, and then that happened.
Yeah, ignore that.
Then after that, he said it's actually when in the course of human events. I'm like, oh, I would have never got that. So now I still remember that.
Yeah, I've not raised my hands on questions. I know other people do this all the time. If I think I know a question and it turns out I'm right, I don't even care if I didn't raise my hand because I'm so scared I'm gonna look like a doofus.
Yeah, me and Isaiah
like Devin
always,
over here.
Me and Isaiah always sit by each other. So any question we think we know the answer to, we'll just like tell it to each other. So then, like once they realize it's right, we're like, all right, I give you the respect.
Well,
for that.
here's the thing though,
I
like
acknowledge you.
You got it right in my book.
90% of the time it worked out so well for both of us, like mutually. But sometimes, like Joe would be like, "I swear it's this," but he doesn't raise his hand. Like, all right, whatever. It's one of those situations where like the class will not continue because the teacher's like just waiting for an answer, and it won't move on until someone gives something. So it'll be like Joe would be like, "Oh, I swear it's this." I'm like, raise your hand, bro. No. All right, I raise it. No, next question. All right, well, never mind.
Never
But then
mind.
on the other hand, I swear I'll tell Jacob like, oh, I think I know it's this, right? And then Jacob just raises the hand, he gets it, and then he looks like a genius. Yeah, of course, go figure. It's always me, bro.
Dude, it's the same thing. Isaiah will whisper me a joke, and I'm like, "That's a banger," and I'll tell it to the whole group. They'll be slapping their knees, crying.
Just about to say
They'll
that.
just be dapping up Isaiah. Thanks, bro.
The certain percentage of water one, that one was good.
What was that?
What?
That one was at scout camp ages
The
ago.
pickup line?
Like our second year was a
that I
pickup
used on
line.
the lifeguard.
And it was there's a lifeguard there.
Hey,
And
let me tell you,
somehow by
obviously, I'm
some
a better at it.
miracle of human interaction, she ended up at our campsite. And Jacob and I are like first or second year there, probably second,
Yeah, I think so.
close to that or something like that. And I just whispered. No, it was right there. I think we're sitting next to each other on the campfire or around the campfire, and I whispered to him like, "Hey, this would be a banger if you said this, like instant cred." And well, I don't say you. I said if someone said this, and then I told him, and the joke is like, "Hey, baby, do you like water?" Which obviously,
She's
it's
a
water, it's
lifeguard.
water. Yeah. Well, that's why it was actually clever because it's talking about the pool, and when their answer is inevitably yes, it goes. Well, then you instantly like 76 point whatever % of me or whatever the human body's made up of water.
Smooth.
Yeah.
It was smooth.
And he said it like right away, right then and there. I didn't even get a chance to.
Nice, my man,
Protest.
Jacob. Smooth.
She wasn't really pretty though. It was just scout goggles.
When you're with the guys for a while, your standards.
I think
drop.
this was like day 3, maybe.
Oh.
I think she
Scout
was like
goggles.
2 out of 900. Like,
There's a lot more.
200. Are we
factors
thinking of the
into it,
same
though.
one?
Oh,
Sydney,
I see what
right?
you're
I feel like she.
wait, no,
she
I'm
was-
saying
no,
2
I feel like she was.
of the women out of the 900 people there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
She was
I thought you
one.
said
Like,
two.
that
I thought you
was
were saying she
really
was 2 out of
mean.
10.
That was
Like,
very-
oh, my Lord.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, yo.
Yeah, that was a
Really
very
desperate.
confusing way of saying it.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that makes
This
more
is,
sense.
I'll say it was a 1 to 450 guy to woman ratio.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. Felt so bad for her.
Times get tough.
That's right.
By the way, I was right on that Constitution. I'll pull it back
Starts
up.
up with we
The
the
be-
people.
Yeah,
It was
well, I knew
yeah,
that.
we agreed on that, but he ripped a few bars of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
We
ripped
people-
the whole beginning, the whole first paragraph of the Declaration.
Yeah, you just read it off your phone though.
Yeah, I read it. So what?
That's not ripping it.
Man, that's impressive.
I'm not freestyling here, bro. It's been a thing for 246 years.
No,
Yes.
they wrote that before when they went to
Yeah,
war.
the constant was
Oh,
that.
God,
Constitution.
a little
and the
bit.
Constitution itself was in '83
Yeah.
What?
because they wrote the
What?
they wrote the Articles of
What?
Confederation
What?
first.
What?
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 What U.S. bill has the picture of them signing the Declaration of Independence on?
What? What
was
is
the
the name
writing
of the
it?
picture?
Oh,
What dollar bill has that
on the back
picture
there.
on the back?
Isn't the
Tenner.
100?
The $2 bill?
Right?
I
10.
don't know. I don't
know.
I figured you guys would know.
Is there? I thought they was all. I thought it was all buildings.
No, the $2 bill has a really intricate picture of a large group of people writing some document.
Oh.
I couldn't tell you.
The
for sure which one
$100
it
bill
was.
rings a bell in my mind.
I think
The
it's
I don't
$100
know.
bill is the Capitol building. Because remember the scene
back.
from National
I
Treasure
think
when they
it's the
take the
one.
water bottle to zoom in on the clock
Yeah.
to see what time it has to be?
Is it the 100 or a dollar?
That's
It's the
100.
100.
Because he
I think
pays
it's
with
a
100,
dollar.
and he's like, "Hey, can I borrow that 100 back?" And he's like, "She's like, and he's like, here, it's a Rolex."
Five
yada,
up to
yada.
100 all have buildings on them.
That-
I think
that's the old
5
100.
is the $100 bill is.
They haven't
Independence
changed
Hall.
the picture though.
Look up the new
Bruh.
100. Is it different?
Let me speak.
Sorry,
Independence
bro.
Hall.
There's gonna be a new
The $1 bill has like the Illuminati stuff on it
Oh yeah.
with the pyramid,
Yeah.
and the $2 bill is the signing of
It
the
is the
Declaration.
$2
I think that's
bill.
probably the
Yeah.
signing of the Declaration of Independence. It looks like it.
Yeah, it says at the bottom, Declaration
Yeah, I
of
would say so.
Independence.
So,
You got it, Sherm?
my man. Well, you have like how many $2 bills do you have?
A lot.
You have a lot of $2 bills.
I have a lot.
gave
I mean, you can just go to the bank and ask for them, which I've always thought was weird that they're so rare, but you can just go and ask for
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
But
Kinda weird.
It's like they're like the perfect thing to give the kids when they're younger because they
Yeah, they're like,
wow, a $2 bill.
or like a Buffalo nickel or something like that.
I got a $2 bill on that DC trip in 8th grade, and then I gave it to my girlfriend for her birthday like the next day, and we broke up. Never saw it again.
You give them
That's
that cold
terrible.
cash, they go.
Yeah, I was gonna text her say, "Hey, can I get that back?" No,
I give you
On the
2 ones.
DC trip?
no, it was like right when we got
I met
back,
someone in
actually.
DC.
Right
Gave
when
him
we
the
got
$2 bill.
I remember that. That was pretty funny.
What else do you guys remember from your DC trip?
Oh, I got
man.
something.
I pretty much just hung out with my parents the entire time, so
Oh,
it
your
was just like,
parents
yeah, they both
So
went.
nothing
So
has
like,
changed.
literally nothing changed. You're right. You're right, Evan. I'm not even gonna deny that. 8th grade me was really lame.
I got something. I know
hung
something
around
that
with
happened.
him.
8th grade Evan was also really lame. He was really into pole vault.
Oh man, yeah.
He really likes hanging around them
I
big
did
shafts.
that. Yep, I did that. I was,
Let's have a moment of silence for Luke's respect. Now that it's gone.
No, there's no. That was funny. I don't hear it.
no, that's about the 5-year anniversary of it being dead.
Oh yeah, honestly. But
Luke's got to say something cool so he can like hear that clank. It's me digging my respect back up from the grave.
that
I didn't
was
know.
way too deep for that.
Yeah, it was a little weird.
Yeah, he'd be digging for a while. He's not gonna get
Keep
there.
digging.
Digging all the way.
So, what did you remember from DC, Isaiah?
I remember on the bus.
Did you remember it or did you remember it?
I remember on the bus ride home from or on the bus ride to the hotel from one of the places that we were at or the tour of that day. Just a slight vibration. I was a little drowsy, a little sleepy. I'm chilling, head's next to a window. two casual jigs next to me. We're
Head's
kinda,
like his head's like on the window.
yeah, we're kind of talking. It's no biggie.
I think you're kind of like dozing off talking.
Yeah, I was looking down. I might have been on my phone or whatever. And a slight vibration, on my head from the window. And I think, well, we're on a road, it's a bus, whatever. And then I hear screaming. Just a little bit of screaming. That's a little odd. I, look around. Everyone's kind of looking at me in the seat in front of me. I'm like really, really confused. And then I heard two people yell, "Get down!" I'm like, oh, well, that's extra odd now, isn't it? And so I look at the window past me. What do you know? On the outside window of I'm assuming it was bulletproof window, or it was weather. It couldn't have been weatherproof. That's so dumb. It was a 2-layered window.
Yeah, it was like 2 separate glass panes.
Double pane?
Yeah,
A double paned window. Well, it could have been bulletproof because it didn't break.
It probably isn't bulletproof. Do you realize how heavy bulletproof glass is?
Yeah.
It
And
was
how
a-
much that would cost for those charter buses?
Yeah, it would
to
not
put
be
all
worth
over the
it.
bus
It was a
on?
DC charter bus.
Yeah, so what?
Aren't they like?
There's
6
nothing
inches
special.
thick? Full bulletproof glass. I thought they were like.
It's like, yeah, it's thicker.
I mean, it depends what you're rated on. You can get bulletproof gas that's like this thin.
That's what I'm saying.
It'll only
Yeah.
stop with like AR-15s.
Yeah, it won't
That's
stop
what I'm saying.
a lot.
I'm just saying, I don't know what it was because it didn't hit that second pane, but it also never shattered and broke. It just splintered up and it stayed together as a window. So I don't know what that does, but
Yeah.
normally when glass hits, something hits it, it
Yeah.
breaks. So-
Anyways, like,
But
a
you don't-
homeless guy chucked a rock at our bus. I think we drove by too fast, woke him up, must have had something in his hand. He was hits our
happy.
bus window. This whole thing spider webs, knocks Isaiah awake, and everyone like initial thoughts of like all the adults were like gunshots. All right,
Yeah.
get down. And we're like getting down the bus. We're like, what in the world?
So was this on your way to DC, in DC?
No,
It was
This
in
wasn't
DC.
like that.
It was like our
DC
third
back
day
to the
in.
hotel.
Okay, so you're still like whipping in DC.
Yeah.
Right,
It
gotcha.
was,
I
yeah.
remember-
Maybe it was like the first day in DC because that thing was taped up for a while.
It was like midway through
midway?
the trip because we were in Gettysburg for a little bit.
Oh yeah, you're right. So it might have been the first or second day in DC, but midway through the
Yeah.
trip. Yeah, because I remember coming out the next morning, and our bus driver, that poor guy, had to just duct tape the window together so it didn't break anymore. And he probably had to do that. He re-duct taped a few times, I remember. But I couldn't see much else out that window for the rest of the trip.
Yeah,
I think it was. Looking back, it was hilarious because I had no idea what was going on. Like it was so funny. But I'm guessing the girls in front of me because that window splits the seat. So I had half and they had half. The girls in front of me probably didn't think it was quite that funny
No, they probably
because
freaked out.
I think one of them that was in front of us, it was her mom that was the one yelling "Get down," which makes sense.
Not
if
a
your-
bad call.
Yeah, if your
Not
kid
a
was
bad
right
call.
there, I'm gonna But I didn't even squat. Like I might have stood up to see what was happening.
Yeah.
I was so dumb.
I remember
Quite
being
possibly the
oddly
so dumb.
I remember being oddly not panicked because first thing I thought, I'm like,
Well,
well,
when
if
I-
someone shot through the window, I'm probably a goner, right?
Yeah. If the
Was it your window?
Yeah, like I was sitting to
was-
the.
it was
Like,
our
it was
window.
to Isaiah's left, and I was right next to Isaiah.
Oh, so it's your guys'
it was our
Yeah,
window.
like I said,
Oh,
he
that
was
makes
leaning his
sense.
head- my head, the rock hit like 3 inches behind us where his head
Yeah,
was.
my head was leaning against it, and I just felt like against my head. But I didn't think it. We're on a bus, man. I
Yeah.
thought we just hit a bump. So I'm chilling. 3 seconds later, people were like, you hear murmurs. Jacob's like, "Yo, what the?" I look around. I look at the window. There's a big spider web like this big right here because it's a charter window, so it's a larger one like this, just staring me in the face.
It was the whole window that spider webbed. And
Well,
you gotta think,
the impact crater was like
the impact crater was circular, and everything else was like
spider webbed out. Yeah,
jagged.
It was
but the lights
awesome.
were off at the time, so I think it took all the way until someone like pulled up their flashlight.
So I realized
and,
there's no
like,
actual hole
dang.
through it.
Yeah, pulled up their flashlight, and then you actually see the full thing in
Yeah.
the window, and everyone's eyes on the bus like
You
hit
know what
it.
the dumbest thing was about that though, which I don't think we can blame the bus driver. It might have been protocol or something. The bus stopped
yeah,
when they realized what happened. It pulled up like 100 feet away from where it happened and just stopped. And then the bus driver got out of the bus and investigated it.
Wow.
Great idea.
Genius.
So, because it was dark, do you guys know for a fact it was a homeless man, or like that's kind of
That's kinda the
guess?
theory.
That's the best
Theory.
guess we have.
Created-
There were no anarchists out
It's
that
funny.
night.
So
Yeah.
I'm down with it.
I'm
There
okay
were-
with it.
I think the object that hit us had to have been so big that it couldn't have been kicked up by a rock or a wheel.
because it was like a solid softball.
It was huge.
for sure.
Based off the crater. Like, it couldn't have been anything smaller than a softball.
Yeah,
But like I said, there was no riots or anything going on. People were like walking outside, But there are homeless people out where we were. I remember there were some weird buildings going on over
There's
there.
a lot of homeless people there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty bad.
Our speculated theory is we accidentally blew off the newspapers, like the blankets, and that
could have been it.
sidewinded us up.
Sidewinded us up.
Old picture.
Luke, were you on the bus with Major?
Oh man, I don't remember. That was
That
the.
bus driver?
I don't think so. I think I was on the other bus.
I was on the other bus too.
I wish
must
they
have been on
said
the same
that.
bus
Yeah,
with
because
you.
we were on. That was the guy who got lost all the time, right?
Yeah, and he
Yeah,
was
yeah.
constantly, like,
I was not on that
popping
bus.
pills. Yeah, he's this old bus driver. He's constantly like he'd go back to the bathroom, pop some pills, and come back, and then he'd be driving. Well, he had to go to the Hard Rock Cafe, and he just drove by it like 3 times. He wasn't allowed to stop in the middle of the road, but he just kept.
He like
driving by.
he kept
went to
like getting
Chinatown
on
at
like
one point.
yeah. That's awesome. I think he was on a bunch of one ways.
What?
He got caught up on a bunch of one-way streets. I
That
think
too. Yeah.
he was taking water pills. The pills he were taking was water pills because he would always have to stop and go to the restroom too.
That's right.
And it was because it was their water pills. Literal placebo, but whatever.
I mean, placebo works, though.
I know what
Placebo's
that means
effective.
because of you guys.
Yeah.
Welcome. Why did you laugh at that?
La, 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 la.
I watched a podcast recently, and a guy talked about how
It's
his
really-
dad was on placebo pills.
It's true. Placebo works. If
Yeah.
the person really believes it'll help.
Yeah.
It's all in the mind. I don't know. I really enjoyed DC though, mostly
Yeah.
as a history
I had a
loved
great
it.
experience.
nerd.
I loved it.
I think not natural history, but the other one, World History Museum, was pretty sweet. The only issue, the one thing I wanted to see was freaking closed down. I think I've talked about this on the pod before, but
What was that?
I wanted to see the Hope Diamond.
Oh,
It was closed down when we were there. I was really sad because they
I
did
still-
because there was a whole like mysteries at the museum documentary on it, and I really wanted to.
I got a picture of it on my phone.
Yeah,
Like
we saw it.
The real
Yeah,
one that I
you
took.
sh-
Yeah,
yeah, you
I think we did talk about it then.
Mhm.
Yeah, we've talked about it
It's
once
like
before.
one of the first pictures I took on my phone because I think I got my phone like
Right before the trip.
no, it was like that summer before 8th grade.
Yeah.
So it's one of the earlier pictures. I
Like
didn't
in the
take
top
very many
200?
pictures. Yeah,
I was
I didn't-
terrible at taking pictures. I wish I,
I didn't
took
take
more.
very many
Yeah,
pictures.
really?
Like the whole like first year life of my phone, I don't think I took any pictures because I got my phone going in the 7th grade, but it's still like one of my top 100 photos.
I still don't take pictures, bro. I'm terrible. I want to take so many more, but I just don't. Like,
Like at least I have the memories, but memories
Yeah.
get fuzzy and
but like
faded.
this summer has been a great summer so far. I've done a lot. How many pictures do you think I've taken this summer?
maybe 80.
32.
and how many?
All right. Let me rephrase that. How many Snapchat like saves do I have?
32.
How
Just
can
so
you
it's
figure
easiest.
that out on
32.
Snapchat?
You just hit that
count.
next to your circle.
Bro, it gives you the
Yes.
months that you save Snapchat.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I know that,
So
but
you just count.
I didn't realize that. I thought he was saying that there was like a button that tows you, that counts out for you.
No, you just have to count them.
You just have to
I'm
count.
Say,
Yeah.
32.
over 100.
Including May on Snapchat.
The whole of May?
Big month.
2.
I have 2.
Oh, man.
You have 2?
I saw the 2.
I thought you were gonna say
pictures.
you were
I thought
getting
it was gonna
better.
get big at some point.
Then again,
I
I
thought
do.
you were saying you were getting better.
No, I said I want to get better.
Oh.
I literally took basically the one photo. It's a TikTok that I saved, so it doesn't even count. I took one photo. It was from Scout Camp, and I still have not posted it. And now it's too late, but it was funny because this happened in the Scout Camp
That was
showers.
funny.
You guys want to know the most recent picture on my Snapchat memories?
Yes.
It is the picture of a hog head.
Oh yeah, that was
The
cool.
roasted hog
That was
head.
sweet.
Yeah.
That was not cool. I did not.
I thought it was
I was
cool.
eating when I saw that. You should have put a warning. Hey, next picture is going to be kind of gross.
It was cool. Evan.
Bury
No, I was
yourself.
at a-
But I mean, it was neat.
Yeah, it
I
was
was at a
sweet.
party and I was
Just
just
didn't expect
tossing it
it.
around the mosh pit. Everybody was just. I was like, I go up to people and go, kiss it,
Yeah.
kiss it, and they did.
Oh my god! You were not throwing it.
No,
You
I
just had it.
actually was tossing it around to some people. Yeah.
But two people, like people.
Yes,
Expected
two people.
these.
No, people were telling me just chuck it in there. I'm like, no, someone's gonna get knocked out.
By this thing.
Yeah,
Because that thing probably weighed a good 3 pounds.
Oh,
No, that was gnarly.
heavy. Yeah, but it was roasted, so it wasn't just like a.
Wet. It wasn't wet, but still.
One of
A lot
my
of bone.
one of my early memories is I was at my babysitter's house and their dog ran up like just to on their driveway sometime with a hog head that it somehow got like I think it ripped it off a dead hog. Like it was dripping, and I'm like, yo, the babysitter's like, that's bad. Because his dog just went and killed one of the farmer's hogs.
We may have a problem here.
No, that's what my dogs always do.
3-year-old Jacob.
Next morning, you wake up and
yo.
there's 3 dead raccoons in the yard.
Baba Yaga.
Oh yeah, good job, man.
Yeah,
Fist bump.
Baba Yaga.
We don't really have that with our dog because she's on a shot collar, but we used to have cats that would come back with fish.
Nice.
From the lake?
I don't know. No, I don't think they go that
That's a
far.
walk.
It'd be a far walk for the cats from
Because
your house.
we saw them like
fish
earlier
market.
that day or the day before, and then we just they had fish.
I wonder where do you
Weird.
buy their
How big a
meat?
fish?
Maybe they're just getting into Wagbag's dumpsters. Eh?
Size.
That's still a
Like-
far walk from his house.
I think the lake would be closer than
Yeah, really.
Well,
Oh, it
you
is
know,
for
like
sure.
kind of behind my subdivision, there's like that real little creek.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have
Yeah, I
seen
mean
it.
it's tiny.
But
though.
it
There's
is
a lot
still
of,
kinda
if there's a
far
lot of
away.
water. Remember at the elementary when we used to find fish after it rained so much?
No.
No one remembers this?
I don't remember that.
There were like 3 separate occasions where after it rained a super like high amount, and there is no possible way the lake near the elementary would ever flood enough to constitute a fish winding its way all the way over to this elementary. No way. But we'd find big fish. One of them was a skeleton, but we found 2 more big fish. Guessing, I don't know, maybe Devin, your cats just ate them over there.
That's still far.
But something would have drug it over there because there's no way fish would have got it. So maybe something had a stash or a cache of fish that they brought it over, like raccoons or something, and then your cats just got into it.
that could be it.
Or
Some
somebody
other
who's giving
creature.
them fish.
I don't think so.
Say your
Oh,
cats
that's
are
what I
better
thought
than our
too.
cats.
That's-
Our cats are
sometimes we'll
lazy.
They expect food now.
Yeah, really. They just lay out back like
It was the funniest thing. So our last day of work was on Thursday, and we went out to eat, obviously, and we went to
a local wing place.
Yeah, a local wing and bar place. So we went, and Luke obviously got wings. No big deal. But he finished all of his wings, and they're like, "Does anyone need a box?" And it's like, "Yeah, I want a box." And we're like,
no.
"Luke, it's just funny." He's like, "Yeah, I want a box for my wings, or and my bones." And we're like, "What is wrong with you?" And he's like, "For my," and like she was walking away, like, "Okay." And Luke was like, "It's for my cats. It's for my cats." Like,
No, but no, what I
You
said
hollered
before that.
back?
You gonna say what I said before that
I don't
though?
remember. You said something that was real dumb, and it didn't make sense. But I don't remember.
She was like, "You want the box for your bones?" Like, yeah, it's for the chickens.
yeah. He's like, "Yeah, for the chickens." He's gonna bring
She was like, "What?"
chicken bones back to the chickens, and we were like,
And then I was like,
Now
"It was."
I see
I mean my cats. I mean my cats, because
Well,
Tyson was dying. It was so funny.
She didn't even ask if we wanted a box for her bones because like she didn't know. She's like, "Anyone need a box?" Like, "Yeah, I want the
Usually
box
no.
for my bones," and we're like, for my chickens." And we're like, "Oh," it just kept getting
way worse.
He's like, "No, no."
It got worse,
I
and
mean
then
for
it
the
got
cats.
better.
Oh yeah.
Now, since I actually have chickens, I didn't pick up on why that was so messed up because we give them meat and bones and scraps, and they love
Chicken
meat.
bones?
Not usually chicken bones. No,
Yeah, there you
but
go.
they will eat dead chicken. They
Yeah,
love
they'll
meat,
eat
and then they
anything.
just start laying big, good eggs. The meat. Yeah. yeah.
True chicken recycling.
chicken cannibals.
They
process.
need not
We need to
waste
pitch
not.
this
They
idea to
love
like what's the name of that farm that does
KFC.
KFC, the one outside of right over yonder that has poultry days. What is the
Oh.
name? What is the name of that place?
The big egg place.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Weavers.
Yeah,
Weaver
Weavers.
Bros.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Weaver
Weaver
Bros.
All right, Weaver Bros.
Weaver Bros. Weaver Eggs. Whatever.
Probably not allowed.
Or Cooper Farms, the turkey people.
Yep.
It'd be an idea.
Turkeys might be pickier.
I don't
And
know. There's
they-
only one way to find out.
They'd probably catch a lot of like shame for that. Like,
Yeah.
They probably
Force-
would if it
forcing
got
your
out.
animals to-
That's why I'm saying.
I read that-
allowed to do it legally.
probably not.
grind
I
it
doubt
up.
it.
I've read that chickens
Locally.
in like extreme captivity, like those on the big industrial scale, they'll like try to kill each other. So they chain their heads up so they can't like be within pecking distance of each
Chicken
other.
fights.
I feel like even if you were in the wild and there's that many chickens, I feel like it would just.
Oh yeah.
People,
It's just
too much.
competition.
It's just too
They
much.
always fight each other.
Yeah, I was
Chickens
gonna
always
say.
do. Especially those roosters. Gotta kill them.
Like I feel like humans are that way too. Honestly, you get a big group of them, and a lot of times it leads
Yeah.
to a fight.
Yeah, I
What
was
is
gonna
it?
say
They
there's like
reach,
one
like-
too many people here, but I didn't want to be the one.
Yeah.
They reach like the 1 block mob limit.
Sometimes it just depends on the people.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
There
fair
don't have to be a
enough.
lot. It just has to be about certain people.
it's honestly a great segue to take a break. We'll catch you guys in a couple
Hey,
seconds.
stay tuned for a story though. I got a story in the next
Oh
one.
yes.
Oh, boy.
Scene.
That was not me. It was not me who almost got beat.
It was close.
I was saving someone from getting beat up.
Anyways,
Barely.
to, they would have had it gone.
Yeah, if they wanted to, like, they totally could have. I wasn't going to do anything to stop them if they started,
how
but
many were there? I honestly
Please sponsor
it
us.
was like 6.
Oof.
It was him and 5 of his buddies, and they all were in for football. That they played for that town's football team.
What he said. It's so.
It's
funny.
hilarious. I was laughing. I was laughing at first, and then all of a sudden the guy was like in his face, and I was like, "Oh, here we go, here we go." But
All right, we're back after our break.
a long break.
Always a long break.
Always.
Not for them.
No,
Nah,
Now it's been
Yeah,
about 2
for
seconds.
us, it's
not
like
even
time travel.
yeah.
I'll see both sides of these.
Yeah.
Yeah, you will.
How long the segment is for the listeners, viewers, and then us.
But before we ended the first segment, we kind of, what do you want to call it? Transitioned
We
And
left you on a
segued.
cliffhanger.
Cliffhanger.
Yeah.
I guess.
about some human
Interactions.
Skirmishes.
skirmishes.
We had too many people on the block.
Yeah. So
That sounds so bad.
I'll set it up.
What's the point in asking if you should say it if you're just gonna say it?
No, I didn't say the one thing that I asked.
What'd you-
if I
what
should
did you
say
say?
about
What did you-
spinning the block?
What did you say?
That I said, should we talk about spinning the block?
Yeah, what did you just say
Is
now?
that what we're about to talk about?
About there being too many people on the block,
Okay.
Oh,
which is a lot different than spinning the block.
my fault.
We did
I'm
no
sorry.
spinning of blocks, and I do not encourage that ever.
No.
I would not either.
But
Devin?
anyway, our town had Liberty Days.
It's like a little picnic thing.
Yeah.
Everyone in town goes.
Fourth of July festival, and we were walking back home, or we were walking back to our cars where we parked because it's obviously really crowded. So to park sometimes it's pretty far away.
And the band was done.
Yeah,
So-
the band was done. So we're walking home. We're sitting outside of our friend's house where our cars are parked, just talking, whatever. And then there's these guys that are on the other side of the street, just kind of sitting there, just also chilling.
Whatever.
Yeah. And then Jacob says something. I don't really remember what it was, but apparently they kind of I don't know.
Jacob
They took
was
like
not-
offense to it.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, they took offense to it.
That's it.
Jacob said
It wasn't even
joke.
anything that bad. Yeah, it was like some joke,
It was-
and they were just like, "What? What'd you say?" And they walked over, and we're like, "Oh no, here we go."
Yeah.
You want
And
the
then-
smoke? You want the smoke? What were the numbers he said? He's like, you want that 717?
Yeah,
Or whatever.
He's like, you
I was
know what
like,
that is, man? Like, yeah, I know that's an area code. Like, we from that 717. We rule this, and like we could tell they're not from this town, and we are. We're like, bro,
I'm like, here we go.
we do not care. Like that was literally me and Luke's demeanor the whole time. Like we do not
Yeah.
care.
I want to go
I had
home.
the same
so
demeanor.
dumb.
It's 1:15 in the morning.
I didn't know what the situation was.
Yeah.
It's 1:15 in the morning. I want to go
It was
home.
I
so
remember you
dumb.
two saying that like 100 times. You're like, I want to go home.
Because like,
Bro.
I didn't mind sitting there talking. But when they came over, I'm like, this is so dumb.
Here we go.
I've never met like less intellectuals in my life. Like they were the bottom of the bottom. Like, come on, man. Like we run this street. Like no, you don't.
No, you
And
don't.
then they left.
You don't
and
know
came
this
back
town. Like,
with
and
ski
again, I was sitting
mask.
there like, we run this block, and I literally said like, okay,
Yeah.
what now? And they're like,
Okay.
I don't even remember what they said. Like they had no, like we didn't care.
We
And,
were
like,
just standing in the yard.
Yeah.
And they would like try to stay on like the sidewalks of the streets
Yeah.
because it's public.
And then there was like three of
But-
them that were pretty chill, maybe like two, and there was like 5 guys
At
total.
least 2 were.
Yeah, at least 2. There was like 3 that no problem at all. They were cool. Like Sherman was talking to them. We were talking like they just like traded shoes, and they're like, you want to trade shoes?
Like this,
What?
everyone
Yeah.
else like
Yeah.
chesting up, and I'm just like talking to this one guy. I'm like, I don't really know what they're doing. He's like, Nah, I'm not that tight with them, man.
But so they're just talking, and then there's this one guy who had a beat up face from, I think someone said he fell over a bench
He
or
tripped
something.
over a bench, yeah.
How do you trip over a
I don't
bench?
know. That doesn't make sense.
That's such a crappy
I don't know.
excuse. I don't believe
Well,
that.
maybe it wasn't the ones with the backs. Maybe it's just like sitting like in a
Oh,
like in a
yeah.
football stadium,
Okay, maybe.
like the bleachers, I
Bleacher.
guess, like something like that,
Maybe.
where it's just
I feel like Luke
seat.
has maybe tripped over a bench at one point in his life and is now covering up his tracks.
Yeah.
It's
not
impossible.
Not that I remember.
It's inconceivable that when someone would trip over a bench.
I would never ever do anything like that.
No, but
joking.
he had his shirt off. So and he literally like had it around his neck. So all he had on was shorts, and I think no, he's
No
barefoot.
shoes,
He was
no
barefoot.
shoes.
He's barefoot. So
No
all he had
shoes.
on was shorts. And then there's this other.
No, he was
friend.
wearing pants, wasn't he?
yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
well,
he said only
had
shorts, just shorts.
No, like I thought he had like full length
Nah,
pants
he
on.
said shorts.
just
No.
shorts.
That would be.
Shorts.
Never mind.
And his friend was there too, and they were just talking all kinds of crap. And like again, we didn't really care, but we were at our friend's house, and they kept like walking on our friend's house. As
they're
like,
trying to get in there.
yeah, not. I never.
Walking
I
up to-
They're
didn't
like
think-
scouting it out almost.
yeah, I didn't think they were ever going to do anything. They were just more doing it just to like.
Egg us on.
Yeah, I guess on. So they were just sitting there walking around, and Evan kept getting real defensive, like back up, bro, back up, and he like kept trying to keep angle because there's 2 of them, right? So Evan
Yeah.
would be here, and the 2 of them would be here, and one would
Yeah.
keep trying to go around Evan. So Evan would keep like backing up to try to keep an eye on both or whatever.
Call of Duty coming into clutch there.
Yeah.
Just to
That's some
being able to see
street
them,
knowledge.
so no one like gets behind him. And they did that for like an hour,
45 minutes.
45 minutes,
So
and
long.
Evan just like, guys, leave. Like we don't want any trouble.
We're like, you want anything like You got eggs?
Yeah. They're like, you got eggs? And we're like, why do you want eggs? To egg this house, bro. I'm like, you don't even know who lives here.
It's your house, ain't it?
And we're like, no.
You own this
No.
block. It's your house.
Yeah.
you own it.
It's so dumb.
We should ask them if they need a milk, bro.
They need any salt.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that was just like 45 minutes.
But it was just
I
a
didn't-
crappy.
You guys
interaction.
were just like, okay, it's not a big deal, it's whatever, and I just didn't know what their intentions were, and I
There has to be
be
some
defensive.
chill people in every crowd, and Devin and I were the chill people in this. The one guy was like, "The two biggest guys just standing there.
But
The two
what-
biggest guys just
was
standing
beyond
there."
chill.
I was
I
like,
wasn't-
I
"Yo."
went back out.
No,
there. That
I
sounds
loved
like
it. I loved it when he
fun.
said that. When like two biggest guys stand there, I looked over at Sherman and Evan. I was like, yeah,
We're just chilling.
But then I got really just nervous and scared when they came back with the ski mask on.
Well, did they have that on at the beginning?
No, that's when after Jacob said that bad joke, then they came back. And I was like, oh,
this joke.
man. And I was like, oh man, I don't know what's going on now. I don't know what
Yeah,
they're
it was just
attempting.
like it was so dumb. Like I'm trying to think of like an analogy I can relate it to. It was like kids like telling you like, "Yo, that's my toy. Don't play with that." And I don't know. It was.
But
so
they were
dumb.
talking about the block like they owned it.
Yeah, it was so dumb. It's like, bro, we
Yeah.
are like the most rural town. Like
You can't
we
say
don't-
this. I don't know
we
what you're
have
saying.
blocks. We don't care. You can like, what does that even mean? And, like we were sitting there like, okay, you rule the block. What now? And they didn't know.
They didn't know they wanted either.
So dumb. But yeah, they were just. I don't know.
And then after a while, then they finally, some of them left.
Well, the
Yeah.
cop drove by,
the cop happened to
and
drive
you
by.
kind of like spoke up, and then he like pulled in. They like ran away. Then
Three of
they
them-
were out. Then
3 of them got bored and left, and then the 2 of them, it was just me with the 2 of them doing the same thing, trying to keep them both in front of me. And then the cop happened to be driving by, so I just started like speaking louder, and they came up to me. They're like, hey, there were 2 guys. They're like, hey, we're cool. I'm like, trying to dab me up. I'm like, no, we're not.
Yeah, that was funny. Right when the cop came in, obviously the cop comes around if we're on a property we know in our town,
Yep.
and they're like on someone like obviously they know they're in the wrong, so they were like, "Oh, we good, man." And we're like,
no,
"Not anymore."
yeah, they wouldn't have
bro.
ran away if like they had nothing to hide. Like if they had nothing to hide, they would have walked up to the cop and said, "What's up?" But
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Clearly
pretty
had
easy
something to hide.
identify him, 'cause like, well, the dude didn't have his shirt on and he was wearing masks. And like, all right,
Yeah, the other guy had a bright blue shirt on.
yeah. So,
So it was very eventful.
very. Like I said, I said it was probably one of the most trashy situations I've been
So
in, maybe
dumb.
ever.
that was the biggest thing. I just thought like that was so dumb, so pointless.
There was no point I should
we did
have
not
got
know
an
that.
hour less of sleep for that.
So this was right after the band was done.
Yeah,
You
this
guys
was
were
like
walking
started
back.
at like 1 a.m.
Yeah, once we got to
Like I wanted to get in my car. I drank my water. I was like, I'm ready to go home. And then this started. I was like, no, I want to go home, but I can't.
this is
Can't
why-
abandon my boys
why-
on this.
That's why I drove myself on Saturday.
I did
Drove
too.
myself there and I drove myself back.
I did too.
Probably at that time you guys were doing that. You
Scared
said
of the
45
streets.
minutes that was going on?
Yeah,
I was
45
watching
minutes.
Nightmare Before Christmas at home with my dogs.
But then after they left us alone, then they started harassing somebody else who's
Right.
walking.
Yeah.
They
They
The other
stopped
guy-
and talked to us for a little bit.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
guy did. And then as soon as he left, then he got harassed by the same group of people.
Yeah, it was whack. But what happened before that was kind of funny too.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
just Luke was
Yes.
back with
Another friend of ours.
Yeah, a guy
who
we
we
know.
should have on the pod sometime.
We
'Cause
could.
He's a pretty fun guy.
He would be pretty fun.
But he catcalled someone. He was like, "Hey, yo, bro,
Yeah.
just leave your girl here and you keep on
'cause
going."
It was a girl with a group of guys like, "Hey, yo, leave the girl here." It was so funny.
It was funny. I laughed. And then
when Luke
I
told
thought it
me,
was funny.
That's the first thing. Like Luke's like, "Bro, we almost just got
Yeah.
the crap beat out of us,"
He walked
and
up.
and I'm like, "Why?" And like, he catcalled. Like, oh, what'd he say?
Oh, what'd he say? It was actually kind of funny though. Like I
Yeah.
laughed, and then all of a sudden it turned into a real serious
Yeah,
situation.
all the
I was
guys
like,
came
okay,
over, like,
oh,
trying to be
boy,
tough.
Oh man, it was fun.
They had to. And apparently, the guy's nickname is Beef, so like that's all he wants.
Yeah, it's-
So, kind of a
Did it
royal.
help- Did
kind
it
of
help that you knew the girl?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. That was the
absolutely.
only
Yeah,
reason
it was
he
like
didn't.
saving grace.
It was the only
Yes.
reason he didn't get his
You didn't get beat
But
up.
top-
top tier reason he didn't get beat up, because eventually they said her name, and I was like, "Yo, hey, yo, come
know
over,
you.
like, yeah, get over here, yo, what's up?" Gave her a little hug, just because you gotta be friendly.
yeah.
And the whole time the guy was like, "Yo, I don't have anything with you. Like, you're chill." I'm like, "Yeah, appreciate you, but like, can you just go?" He was like, "Yo,
You're
you're
about
about."
beat up my friend though.
Yeah, I started the situation sitting in my car with my feet on the curb. I was sitting on the passenger seat, and I slowly had to work my way up to standing, and I slowly worked up to my door closed, and I slowly worked it up to the guy I was with getting back in the car and me closing his door.
Yeah, like
So I slowly had to de-escalate this entire situation from here to here, and eventually got them to walk away.
Yeah.
And then I had to deal with almost getting jumped by whatever these kids were doing.
When the shirtless guy was walking near Luke's car, he goes, "Hey!" and he used the car alarm button. It just goes beep.
I was locking my car when I did that.
That's what happened.
Yeah, it was actually kind of funny.
Hey, get away! Beep.
I was locking my
I
car.
started dying.
Like if the car alarm would have went off, like I would have just let it play.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Absolutely would have just let it go. Like he's not gonna do anything once
I
he
would
gets
have.
in
I would
there.
have set the panic alarm.
No.
I did that. I did that in Panama.
Draw
'cause
attention.
Obviously, do you remember the hotel right in Devon? How you could see over the parking lot?
Mhm.
Well, I like set off our van alarm when people were walking by. People I knew, so they're like, "Oh my god!"
But what was funny too is after the guys left and everything, and this was finally when we were about to all go home. Evan's like, "I feel like we should just scout around the house one time, just to make sure. Just take a lap around.
One
like,
more lap. One more lap.
I'm like, fine. If this means that it's done and we can go home, then sure. And we took a walk around. We were like checking around stuff. I'm like, all right, I think we're good.
Yeah, but they were still around. I knew they were.
Yeah, and they were
Yeah,
still in
yes.
town probably all night.
Probably, yeah. I don't know. Then I walked Jacob to a friend's house, and then when I heard that they harassed somebody else, I was like, "Oh man, I was actually like 1 block away from that." Like, uh-oh.
Yeah, they harassed us first.
Yep.
Literally just I don't think they would do anything. I mean, they just talk
Yeah,
trash.
They're all talk now. Yeah, I know that now.
But still, like I drove my cousin home this morning from a party, and she's like, "Yeah, I walked home alone last night. Like if that would have ran into me, like I would have been like, I don't know what would have happened."
Yeah, that's
See,
right.
they probably wouldn't
Yeah.
talk to girls because like girls aren't gonna start beef. I feel like they literally just like
wanted to
For them,
fight.
it was like a
Scared.
perfect group.
Wanna
They
boost
saw
their
like a group of
testosterone.
guys, yeah,
Mhm.
that they could mess with, and
No,
they had
yeah.
even numbers with.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
and then it slowly turned into like 2v5. Yeah.
That's what it was
The
from
three of their friends
Well,
left.
it was
and-
what it was
To
from
be
the
honest,
beginning.
to be honest, the rest of us didn't really help Evan. We were just gonna
No,
sit there. We want to go
sure.
home, and it was just.
I would have
Evan.
I would have helped you
Would've-
if something started, but
Yeah,
I wasn't gonna
obviously.
start
Well, just would
anything.
have pulled
for a
bodies off
long
of me.
majority of it, I was talking to one of the guys' girlfriends on his phone because I was
Yes.
like, "Yo,
That's
can I
what
talk
you
to
do on
her?"
his
That was
and I
funny.
was just like talking to her, and I'm like, "Yeah, I don't like your boys are kind of like I don't know if they're like causing trouble or whatnot." And she's like, "Oh my God, send them home. What are they doing? They're not fighters."
They're not fighters. All
I
right,
wish
bet.
I heard that.
Oh,
That was good.
trashy situation.
Yeah.
Jacob
All
is the
around,
kind
though.
of guy that just like he hears vital information or he figures something out and he'll be like, the other people figure it out.
Yeah,
later."
just like don't tell him.
I'll be on later on.
We'll be
You
okay.
can look her up later. I have her name. So.
We have a date tomorrow.
Oh gosh.
DM'd her on Insta.
It's gonna be like
A rendezvous.
a peace conference or something like that.
Peace
Yeah, we're gonna be
conference.
signing a treaty.
Okay.
Another thing we should.
Distinguishing our
Another thing
territories.
I want to talk about because like me and Luke need credit for this is so at the band on Saturday night.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was completely empty. And this is like they started at 8 and they ended at 12:30, and it was like 9 o'clock, and which isn't like too terribly uncommon because like it starts to fill up when it gets like later in the
But
night.
it was
or
like
whatever.
9:30, and there
It
was
was like 9.
no one
Yeah.
standing underneath this tent.
The
Devin,
tent.
I was like, Devin, we're going. He's like, you
Because-
sure? I'm like, yeah, we're gonna go.
I don't think it was just you. I think we both said like, you want to just go? Like,
Yeah,
let's just go.
eventually.
I said,
You weren't convinced at first, and I was
no,
like,
I think
yeah.
it was the exact opposite. I think I said I'll go talk to Mark if you go.
I was like, yeah, sure,
Yeah,
let's
like,
do it.
yeah,
Then we
let's
kind of
do it.
like talked to, because Mark is like the lead singer, bass
Yeah.
guitar.
So we
And-
know him. So like we went up and we knew him.
Talked to him.
Yeah.
And he always sing some songs. And slowly, like
Not
2 minutes, it
slowly.
was like 12 people.
not 2
5
minutes.
minutes, it was like 20 people.
No, it was faster. Like we went up, talked to him for maybe 30 seconds, dabbed him up. Literally within a minute, just crowds, and it was boom, boom, group
Boom.
of 5, group of 10, group of 7, group of 5, just all joining in before we knew it.
Turned
Like,
into a good 90 people real
yeah.
fast.
And it's like, all right, we made
started
the crowd.
this.
We started this.
We started this, and I never gave up my spot the entire night
I did
until
because-
after they played AA. That was the only song I wanted to listen to. So they do a really good rendition of it. But
yeah.
then I walked away and kind of listened outside.
From
for a
my
while.
perspective, they were just about to run the last shoulder race. Huge crowd. I see Devin and Luke walking away. I'm like, oh, well, I guess they're not. Don't want to watch it. They run the race, it finishes, and then my dad's like, all right, that's the last turtle race of the night. You better go on over to the music tent.
Really? That's
And then
awesome.
the whole
Nice.
flock swarms in.
Yeah.
That's nice.
No, I'm just kidding.
Devin and I were still the first people there, though.
He didn't
Taking credit.
He
It
didn't say
always
that.
takes someone though to start the thing. No one wants to be first.
I was gonna say the second to last turtle race is when I went over there because every time I go out there, you got to put 1 in or 2 in or something like that on the races.
No, everything I just said, I was capping. I was just trying to steal your guys' thunder.
I'm saying
It was you.
at like 10 or 10:30.
I was gonna say I feel like that
over.
because like when was the last race? 11, isn't it?
It's 11.
11.
Yeah.
Yeah, like by that time it was already bumping.
I think I came from the blackjack tables. Actually, a really funny thing. It was someone in your
that's
grade,
where I was.
Evan. I didn't. Yeah, I was with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. When our table won, so I came up with like I had money in my pocket, but I didn't want to get any chips. So you know who I was standing next to? A guy in your grade. I was like, hey, can I bum $1 in chips off you? He's like, yeah, sure thing. He's a super nice guy. So I play, I win. I keep my $2 in there, I win. Then I'm up, and then we're all playing, and we're all getting up like
my.
$10, $15, $20. Dealers
Yeah.
doing terrible. We're making money, and I'm like, well, bud, I'll give you 5. And I went and bought a slice of pizza, and I'm like, I'm still up $10, $20. I'm like, bet.
Yeah.
We love that.
He was having a good weekend. He put 5 in on a turtle race that had 5 to 1 odds, right? Or did you put
Yeah, 5 to 1 odds.
You put $5 on 5 to 1 odds and he won. So he got 25. He was up $20.
Yeah.
And then he did like 1 or 2 more races, but that was it.
Yeah.
So oh dang, you're up the weekend.
There was
I'm
one
totally
person in the grade above me who hit, or me and Evan anyways, who he won the $3,000 on the big drawing on the long shot, and then he won like 3 turtle races, and he was like up a bunch.
And everyone goes on like, yo, what are you doing? Are you cheating?
Billy.
It was so fun.
Oh, that's funny.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, I was literally standing right next to him. He gets a phone call, and he's just like starts smiling. He's like, yeah, that's my address. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, he gets off the phone.
you can send the
Yo,
check
I just
there.
won the 3,000.
And then,
I was like, yo, are
that's
you kidding
amazing.
me?
Yeah, and then 15 minutes later they announced it.
No, it
over
was
the
like 2
loudspeaker.
minutes later.
Yeah.
They like, CJ, whatever, won the 3,000.
That's
I was
awesome.
like, oh, man.
And then, like, literally the next turtle race, he wins. Everyone's
he's
like going, because he literally said, "Oh man, I'm gonna have to wait before I go up, or I'll get mobbed."
Yeah. Yeah, and then he bought another round of turtle tickets. He had to go back to the ATM, though.
Yeah.
You guys kept pressuring me. I get up there, I take 2 steps on the premise, and you guys start going, hey, turtle race.
Why are you
Did
here?
he ever buy
Why
one?
are you here?
I think if we said if you don't buy one, you can't be on.
He never. I gave him
I don't remember
$1.
that.
He bummed $1 off me, and they
What?
like they overheard the conversation. They didn't let him buy one. They didn't let him.
Well, I
get
think
a
they were
ticket.
closing
Yeah,
sales
they're
because they were
like-
about to run
they're
the
like, "No,
race.
you're too
They had to
late."
go do the odds, so they were closing sales.
Yeah, but your brother was right next to us the
Yeah.
whole time, and then he right as I gave him $1, he went to get someone else's, and then as soon as he walked back, he's like, "All right, we're ready." He's like, "Nah, bro."
No.
See, any good salesman takes the money and says, "This is for the next race,"
Yeah,
I'll
and
punch you a
then
ticket for
just
the next
forget about
race.
it.
and
He's
then they
not a
walk
good
away, and
salesman
if
then.
win or lose, they don't get their money. So.
People have done that a few times. Like, can you just give me another ticket for the next one? Be like, I can't do that, brother. I don't know if I'm allowed to. Like, because the max of you're allowed to bet on one turtle is 5. And then they're like, I don't want to bet on 2 different turtles and be down both of them, so just put it on the same one the next race. I'm like, all right, I'll have to go get tickets for the next race, which you just punch. It's the same ticket for all the races. You just punch a different number in. So you just take the 10, put it in there. Just you'll never see me.
I remember when I was selling, I would have people that are like, "Can I just donate $5?" I'm like, "Yeah, just buy a ticket and I'll keep it." Like, I bet.
Yeah.
I'll buy a ticket and throw it in the trash. There's your donation, brother.
Don't even need to punch a ticket, bro. Just put the $5 into. Just slip it right in.
That's not. Oh, I guess.
Who cares?
Yeah.
So what? What's the difference if they punch a ticket or not? And you just
Well, if
throw
like
the
once
ticket
they
away.
purchase a ticket for you and you win, that's the difference.
Yeah.
But they didn't buy it for you. It was just a donation.
The difference is if I punch a ticket, I usually mark it on the sheet.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So like,
It
so
counts
it's
towards
odds.
the
It affects
odds.
the odds.
But then I guess a
Okay.
direct donation, you just don't put anything
You
on
don't
the sheet.
punch it. You just
and
put it
You
then-
don't punch it. You could have just
Yeah.
thrown it in.
Yeah.
You literally
So-
didn't have to.
What's the fun in that?
Yeah, what's the fun in that?
Oh, you save one piece of paper, one ticket.
Yeah, very
Save
true,
a
very
ticket.
true.
Save the trees.
Save the trees, bro.
Yeah.
They ain't
The
gonna
tree
be
was
around forever. We keep using as much paper as we're
Hold
using.
up. The tree was already cut.
Yeah, okay, and you could have used it for the next one. You're saving one ticket.
Yeah, he's right.
Okay.
It's supply and demand.
See?
It goes
Jacob,
backwards.
why did you say, yeah, he's right, and then start flaring your nostrils? You just start flaring him like yeah.
It's a tell.
He's lying.
He's lying.
He's lying when he flares his nostrils.
I'm being aggressive.
Oh, sorry.
What? He didn't
Sorry.
flare his nostrils there.
Sign of aggression.
Yeah.
Step
Well, like
off,
a
bro.
lot of animals in nature will flare.
Hey, yo, we run this block, bro.
Show their teeth.
We run this. You know, 772.
You want that 717?
717.
717.
I was about to say the podcast initials, like patrol.
Come again?
What?
Nothing. No, we'll move on.
Roll that back. Roll that back. All right, Jacob.
I'm good at.
Speaking sporadically.
Yeah.
SS patrol.
Yeah.
About to say we SS.
I don't know what that is.
Can't say that.
Okay. I don't know it, so you guys will tell me later.
Is that what it was?
Yeah,
can't say
bro.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Yeah.
it was there.
Yeah, SS stuff.
Well, that was the elite guard.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're an SS, it was kind of a big deal.
I never knew that.
Yeah,
Don't make it sound too good.
That's kind of funny, though.
You guys gonna be
Oh, that was a good
jealous
opportunity
if
to
you're-
educate the public and Evan there.
Yeah. So don't go around yelling SS.
Evan
all
slept
over the
in
place.
history class, so it's all right.
Yes, I did.
It was really funny.
We talked about that.
Yeah, that is it. Yeah,
That's a good
Those
story.
are most likely to fall asleep in class. Yep.
But something me and Luke have to do tomorrow is what we do. What the scouts do is they bring a big hopper wagon.
We're doing
out
that
to the-
Wednesday, bro. You said you're working tomorrow?
Oh yeah, and we could do it after I get off if you want.
They'll probably be closed. We'll just do it early Wednesday morning.
All right.
All right.
So I have to take off Wednesday now.
Bro, you were already taking off Wednesday.
I don't know
bro.
if I was gonna think about work.
Well, just take
Working.
off Wednesday.
I
Just take off Wednesday.
I was gonna
One-
maybe consider the notion of think about
Or work the
taking
morning.
Off work.
Well, I probably will. I probably
work till
wasn't.
like
I probably was gonna
11.
work.
Take off at 11. We'll leave from there.
I could do that. I'll take off. Do a half day.
Do a half day.
Anyway, what the scouts do is we collect all the cans. We bring a big hopper wagon out there and we put a sign on
Okay,
it.
I
It
don't
says-
know what a hopper wagon's like. For
Yeah.
grain stuff for like a farm, like
It's
a
a
farm
big
wagon.
basket
Yeah, I mean,
On wheels.
on wheels.
Yep.
and we put cans only sign on it, and then people throw their cans in, and then we sell it. Especially right now.
You recycle
Aluminum.
it. We bring it to the recycling center, and they pay us a certain dollar amount per pound of
I
aluminum.
thought you
And
just sold
then
the
they give
cans
us
to people.
then they give us a bonus if you have over 100 pounds, and then they give us a bonus for being a nonprofit.
They
So
give
we
us-
end up making
yeah.
boo bucks.
They
on
have
this.
different rates. Like they have like I'm throwing random numbers out there, but like 79 cents a pound,
And after
85
you-
cents a pound.
Oh, for
99
over
cents
100
per pound, and then yeah.
Our seasoned viewers will know the big debate we had about if they should recycle the cans at country concert.
Oh yeah.
God, I don't want to do this.
A whole episode about
that
it.
was a minute ago.
That was a long one.
But anyway,
Probably-
last year we had some struggles.
Under a year.
So what we did is, yeah, what that
It
'Cause
was
post concert.
It was on-
It was
it was
right-
Post concert last year.
right when we were getting these bad boys in the old stomping grounds.
Yeah. Back
So
when we were
it
still
was-
It was like
stomping
end of
around.
July last year, maybe early August.
yeah,
Barely under a year, yeah.
Mhm.
yeah. Anyway, but so last year, did you put the tarp on, or did that? Was that Tommy?
We put the tarp on.
I didn't.
Ooh.
I did
Yeah,
not.
I think so. We put it on literally when we left my house with it.
I don't think so.
I think so.
I don't remember putting it on.
If not, Tommy. put
Wait,
it
talking about
on.
last year?
Yeah.
Oh, all I remember is I followed that last year, and there was I thought I was gonna die.
I know what you're getting to.
They were hitting the road, bouncing off, going
you
crazy.
you were following
It was
us?
a war zone.
Yeah. I was behind you guys too going home.
Yeah. No, we were going to Owl's. We were getting food.
Oh yeah, we were going to Al's when we brought it from the park to Al's.
Oh yeah. We did bring it from the park to Al's.
I thought it was
Got
like
breakfast.
It was like
and then brought it.
Final Destination, bro. It was horrifying.
You guys don't even know the half of it. Then it wasn't even bad then. Anyway, we threw a tarp on top and we bungeed down the tarp to try to keep the cans on.
Yeah.
Then so they don't blow out. But as we're driving down the road to the recycling place, we just see them. They're flying out on the sides, and we're like, huh. Which was already a haul because that wagon you couldn't go over like 30 miles an hour with it.
No, it's more like 25.
Yeah, it was
20,
20,
20, 25.
We were chugging on this state route, cans flying out. So we got to figure out something else to do on Wednesday so that it doesn't.
I don't know what
do
we're
that.
going to do. It's
Saran
not as
wrap.
full as last year, though.
Oh.
But I think that's about our only saving grace. It's not as full as it was last
Multiple
year.
tarps.
I'm trying to think. I think if we just
We
throw like
might-
a big OSB board on it, if that fits.
That would, yeah. If we could find a
lay it
piece of
down.
OSB that fits, that would work.
But
then,
it'd have
like,
to, it'd have
stomp
to
it
be
down.
like perfect size, because even if
Well-
it's this short on the sides, that's where cans will get out.
Yeah, hopper wagons are at like a gradient though, so if you can keep like stomping it down until it hits its
Yeah.
mesh point.
Yeah, but then we would have to get it out.
Yeah,
when we
when
wanna
we get
unload
them
the
out, it's
cans.
kind of a pain.
Well, I guess you don't really have. I mean, you do have time. You could just drill a thumb hole in it.
We'll get
Right
the
up.
cans out, not the OSB.
Yeah.
Even if it doesn't fit perfectly, as long as it fits in a little bit, if like we can lay it down in there at least halfway.
Yeah.
Like if it's too wide or not too long, but like if it's too wide, you can just lay it in there and just about an angle. What is your issue? Again, I'm tired. Quit.
I didn't understand.
Quit looking at each other. Don't do it. No.
I thought he was. I
No,
thought he was
no,
just,
we're
like,
not doing
itching.
this again.
I thought he was just itching his mouth with this weird slug because he.
No.
We're not doing this again.
I don't know. I looked at Jacob. He had such a thoughtful look, but I could tell there was nothing behind his eyes. There's nothing.
There is.
Nothing.
I was thinking.
What were you contemplating when Luke was telling his story?
Better ways to.
Wow, this is a dumb story.
This is so dumb.
That's what you were thinking. That's why
No,
you're,
well,
you're
I
a
was,
bad person.
I was being very considerate and listening, and then I took one glance at you, and you're like, I couldn't- and then you grinned the slightest bit.
You guys are ridiculous.
Continue.
Honestly.
I say it again. You guys are ridiculous.
Yeah, it's fair.
That was pretty much all I had, though.
Yeah, that was it.
It's
That's
just kind of.
It's actually a really cool process because I didn't really know how it works. So
Yeah,
what you
it's
do
fun.
is you pull up to basically like this big garage door, and then they
you
have
got a big conveyor in
Like
there.
a
right?
big
Yeah.
elevator, like a bale
That place
elevator.
they first have like almost like a little hopper at the bottom because it's all angled, and you pour it in there, and then at the bottom of that, basically a basket or bin, it's a conveyor, so it feeds from the bottom, and it just takes up a few cans each time. And as it goes across, there's like two guys sitting on each side, and they take out any trash or any non-cans.
Or if there's full ones in there,
yeah,
they'll
go out
open
make
it
full
and
ones.
like get rid of it, whatever.
Yeah, but they're sitting there and they're sitting there with their gloves and they're just picking stuff out as the cans all go by, and then obviously drops into a big compactor and they crush it in cubes and then they like wheel it over. Like I remember looking
It's
at
sweet.
the back of the garage, you just see like big stack cubes of just
Oh, that's cool.
Metal.
crushed aluminum.
It's sweet.
It is
It's actually
pretty
really
cool.
fun. I actually
Yeah.
enjoy doing it
It's
because
not
there's a
bad.
place that has really good food, like not even an eighth of a mile from this place. Last year they were closed when we went. This year I think they're going to be open, and it's super cheap. It's like $5 lunch specials with a drink. Like,
I'll bring my wallet.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. We could always
$5.
pull a little money out of the freaking aluminum, bro.
Yeah.
If we really wanted to.
That goes to the troop.
Yeah,
Hey,
I know,
we
I
volunteer
know.
our time.
Yeah, volunteer.
We already got all our breakfast donated from the weekend,
Yeah.
which we're gonna pay her back in a
We're gonna-
different
yeah.
form.
We're
Yeah,
gonna do
normally the cans pays for that, but we had a generous.
No,
we
the
donated.
town pays us to clean the park.
Yeah.
The committee, the Liberty Days committee pays us to clean, and then we do the aluminum on the side for extra.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The the extra money from the cans pays for our breakfast.
Usually,
That's just how always
okay.
our old scoutmaster would word it.
Yeah.
He's like, "Yep, we do the cans so we can eat in the morning."
Yeah, I guess. But yeah, I mean, it's the same thing because you could say like us cleaning up also pays for their breakfast. So that's very
But
true.
either way, it got donated. But we're gonna
Yeah, we're
do
gonna do
something
something.
good for the owner. So
Yeah.
Actually, I would argue to say the cans pays for the breakfast more so because like we already have to clean up, right?
we don't have to do it technically.
Well,
So we're
It's
already
just a good
Hey,
deal.
say we're getting paid to already be contracted to clean up.
yeah. If you
Yeah.
had paid
Then
before.
we're on the top of that doing the cans,
Well-
which we are on top of doing the cleaning, going out to eat.
I think about it.
We're not
this way,
contracted to go out
is
to eat.
The cans take extra work. For us to get paid to clean up, we just go clean up, and then we have
Everyone
breakfast
disperses, goes
because we cleaned up. Like if me and Luke take the cans, we don't get
Okay.
breakfast. That's paid for by the scouts. The reason we go to breakfast is everyone who shows up to clean.
Yeah.
So
Sorts the
basically,
cans.
The source of our breakfast is from cleaning up, not recycling the cans.
The can just merely helps in the cost or helps in our net worth
Yeah.
or how much we net during that versus
So
because
Or-
we gross more.
Or you could view it as you do everything, you have all these cans, you go out to eat. Well, you don't want to waste the cans, so after you spend the money going out to eat,
you just eat the cans.
like goats.
Genius.
Yeah,
All right, we're back. The clip cut out. That's my bad.
I
started it late.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I did not think it was that late. So on my timer, it's 23 minutes, and obviously the camera goes to 30. So apparently I was 7 minutes late
I
to
don't
start it.
believe
I
that.
didn't
Or
think
so.
so either.
Give or take. No
Whatever.
problem.
It's all right.
Happened again.
I'll time it when I go back and watch
Yeah.
this.
But
yeah.
that's really all we got.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for listening. You guys are awesome. If you're still here, if you're new here, you go back. You can check out all of our other episodes. You can start at episode 1 if you want. Those are kind of cringy, but they have some good stories. It's up to you guys. Follow the socials. Luke.
Instagram at speaking_sporadically. Instagram at speaking sporadically.
That's it. Oh, no. Flipped. Instagram speaking underscore.
Ooh.
That's what I said. I said Instagram at speaking_sporadically. TikTok at speaking
I
sporadically.
think you said Instagram twice. I think you said Instagram at
Did I?
this, Instagram at
Well,
this. I'm not sure. You
TikTok
guys,
is
you're
no-
fired. Find us.
fine. Trey has been freaking posting anyway, so I don't want to hear it.
Trey ain't even here.
Still, we're
That's
throwing
all-
shade at Trey.
That's all for us this week. We'll see you guys next week. Till then, have a good one.
Yeah. Tune in next
Peace.
week to hear my story that I never told
Star
this
Trek
episode.
movies.
I was gonna ask.
What story?